Hey, what's up? Yeah, we're back. We're back halfway through a day. Like a weirdo. I'm doing this like a weirdo. We're about to head into the Emergent Escape. Last time we started Pikmin, we're on day 2. We got a bunch of Pikmin. Some Pikmin died. They got eaten. And they died the same way that my first Pikmin died in the first game. 2 freaking bull blacks. Because I'm a fool. But now we're gonna go into a cave. Into this hole with your Pikmin? Yeah. These were a brand new feature in Pikmin 2. They are apparently very divisive amongst Pikmin fans. I personally love them. I think they're great. So. They're also kind of freaking spooky. They're kind of eerie. They're pretty brutal. I mean, they're basically dungeons, like dungeon trials that you do with the Pikmin. Intriguing. My heat sensors indicate that this hole's interior is warmer than on the surface. Analysis suggests danger lies ahead, but the promise of treasure is tantalizing. If you wish to check underground terrain, press plus to communicate with me. I am not just a ship. I am an all-purpose support pod. What do we do? But what caves mean is an opportunity for more unique, interesting situations, fights, more interesting enemies. There are unique bosses at the end of every single cave. Almost every single cave. A lot of interesting stuff going on. If you noticed, the time stops when you're in a cave. I feel like that's necessary. Some people would say that, oh, you know, what if the time kept going? That would add to the challenge of everything. I don't know. I don't think that would have benefited anything really. I appreciate that time stops, because caves sort of feel like their own thing that should be handled as such. Now here's the thing. I'm just going to say off the bat, that eventually you do get a radar that does notify you of when treasure is nearby, and it will shut off when there is no longer any treasure. That goes for the surface. That also goes for each individual level of a cave. It will shut off when there's no more treasure in that level of the cave. Until we get that radar, and I do not remember where we get it, until we get that radar, we are going to have to listen out for a sound cue. There's a sound cue that always plays when you get all the treasure in a cave, no matter whether you have that radar or not. So that's going to be something we're going to have to listen out for until we get that radar. Because ideally you want to get all the treasure the first time around, which is another reason why if some things go really, really poorly, that's a reason why you would just reset. Because here's the thing, the game saves every time you enter a new floor, which means you can reset the game and you'll start right back at the floor you just left off on, which is also really good if you need to, because again, these caves can last a really long time sometimes. Really nice if you need to step away for a bit and do something else. This is just a 7-Up bottle cap. Freaking great. New enemy type too. Some like snowy bull boys. If you thought that combat was a big part of the first game, just freaking wait. The quenching emblem. Not wrong. Now here's the thing, we can still cart enemy corpses to the ship. He'll say this though. the zoom in. How can you possibly consider this beast a treasure? Beasts are incompatible with my circuitry. I suppose I will store your finds in my hold. But I do not think beasts will be worth much. Unique alien beasts from another world? Are you kidding me? Their hides will sell for a fortune. Yeah, so enemies in caves can be carted to the ship. You can take the corpses to the ship and load your hull with a bunch of corpses. This is interesting that they consider this a treasure. Fruits and vegetables are not worth a lot. It's hilarious because of what they eventually would become in the third game. They would become the most important thing you get in the third game. But yeah, to the Hokatations, we just need things that have high value. If you notice, not really that high of a value compared to like the Duracell battery we got. This is the citrus lump. That sound right there. With headphones on, it's an incredibly prominent sound, so nothing to worry about there. Yeah, so you can't make more Pikmin. The Pikmin we have right now, oh, you can hear them singing. They sing in this game too. It's so nice. This hole appears to be quite deep. My senses indicate more treacherous terrain ahead. Yeah, so you can go deeper and deeper in holes. Occasionally, there will be geysers that let you go out of a cave completely. Otherwise, you can exit with your ship whenever you want to, but you have to leave all your Pikmin behind if you do. That is like the last ditch effort, like the worst case scenario of I need out of this cave right now. I have no choice. And then all your Pikmin die. But yeah, you don't have to pick up enemy corpses and take them back to the ship. They're not worth a lot of money. If you get all of the, with how much fighting you end up having to do in these caves, if you were to pick up every enemy you killed, some enemies it is very important to pick them up and take them. We'll get to that road we'll cross that road when we get there. Otherwise, they're not super important. However, they do add up. If you're like hoarding corpses, then they add up eventually. I'm trying to make this sound as awful as possible because it's truly awful when you think about it. But my senses indicate more treacherous terrain ahead. Louis, you do recall that you can adjust the camera with Z and up and left and right, yeah? Your expression suggests you do. Excellent. Louis' expression suggests that he understands anything. Don't worry, all your Pikmin will follow you. Approach the hole and press A to enter. Oh yeah, what that was saying is that it doesn't matter, like, where your Pikmin are on the thing. I'm pretty sure they all jump down with you regardless. Actually, no, don't quote me on that. I don't think that's true. What I think is true, though, is that, like, if we were to do this, we would have switched to Louis, and have Louis take all the Pikmin, and then we would have walked over to the thing with Olimar. They all come with us. Well, let me actually check if they all come with you if they're not in your group, though. Sub-level 2. I love falling into a cave and not knowing what's going to happen next. Or like what could happen next. Ooh, the final floor. Already. I remember this place being at least 5 things long. Okay, we might have to tack a little extra on to the end of this thing. The end of this episode, I mean. Let's see, Pikmin 2. Do Pikmin follow you to the next sub-level if they are not in your group? Let's see. For example, can I have Louis hold all my Pikmin and send Alma to the cave and go in? Also, can you advance to subsequent levels of a cave without having the Pikmin under your control? Will they travel with you? In order to get a group of Pikmin into a cave, or in order, they have to be with the captain that has approached the hole. Interesting. That's a weirdly specific thing. If they're all with the other captain, they'll be sent back to the onion. You can't go into the cave if the captain at the hole has no Pikmin. Interesting. I've already collected all of the treasure. I was wondering if I cleared all the obstacles I've cleared the first time. Okay, so it seems like... Yeah, interesting. Okay. It seems like you don't need to have all the Pikmin in your party when you advance to the next level. We'll maybe test that at some point in a safe environment, just to make sure. That's interesting. If you hear, there's even unique fight music per cave too. That like weird dissonant that plays like while we're fighting in this cave. That's really unnerving, by the way. And this is I love how this item works. It's inconceivable that such an immense object has been buried here for so long. The design of the outer shell resembles the surface of the planet as seen from space. In a way, yes. Perhaps this can be used for something other than salvage. But how will we ever lift it? I fear that even 100 red Pikmin will be unable to lift it. Yeah, another interesting thing too that we'll see later. Oh, yeah. Need too heavy. I wonder if we'll get a solution to that problem. The snowy bulborbs take forever to fight, so like don't even worry about them. And landing on top of enemies is like way more important in this game than it was in the first one even. Now I show you bear witness to the best Pikmin type in any of the games, period. I will hear nothing else to the contrary. I love them, I love the way they look, I love what they do. They're also just mechanically the best. Best Pikmin MVP. Astounding. A flower blooms in a cave deep beneath the snowy landscape. Clearly, it is warmer down here than above. Look, the Pikmin are restless. They look as if they yearn to be tossed into the flower. Well, you know, who am I to deny them their simple pleasures? My boys. Freaking sumo boys. They got a little hair. That's like this special feature. Amazing. A purple Pikmin. It has hair and is quite stocky. It seems very heavy and strong. This kind of Pikmin was not mentioned in your report, Alma. It must have been an entirely new type. I do like the idea that, like, there are unique things that can only exist underground, and hence purple Pikmin and later on white Pikmin don't have onions. They are not created that way. They can only be created using specific candy pop buds. Which, again, the pellet posy description that Alma gave also revealed that the candy pop buds are also like a blend between plant and animal life. So yeah, all three of these things, the Pikmin, the pellet posies, and the candy pop buds, all sort of had like this weird symbiotic relationship with one another. It's very interesting. Transforming Pikmin by tossing them into flowers? Intriguing. Perhaps there are others. There certainly are. So purple Pikmin, outside of just looking like bosses, have a very unique quality. When you throw them, they slam down on the ground. And that slam is the most OP thing to ever happen to the series. Ever. I mean, next to presumably Ice Pikmin. Ice Pikmin look like they're gonna be pretty busted in 4, but we'll have to see when we get there. On top of that, though, a single purple Pikmin counts as 10 Pikmin by themselves. Which means we can suddenly, if you need to carry something big, here's the thing though, they're incredibly slow. If you look, they're even slower, even though everybody's leaves, they're even slower than leaf Pikmin. But they make up for that in the fact that they're able to take this thing and count as a full band of 100 Pikmin all on their own. However, if you notice, this thing's freaking slow as heck. So, you know, we're just gonna chill out. Why does Louis just keep saying all of them? Okay, we've almost hit, like, a friendly reminder, the debt's only 10,000. I say only 10,000. It's 10,000. That's a lot, but it's 10,000. We've almost already gotten a tenth of it in the first area. We're gonna knock this out. That's not gonna be another story, but we're gonna knock this out anyways. The Spherical Atlas. There is a device resembling a microchip embedded inside the sphere, retrieving data. Yeah, so the atlases are how you unlock new areas, which I think is very interesting. Since there is no, like, part barrier this time around to, like, be able to go higher up into the atmosphere. Error. I could only decode a portion of the data, but I did retrieve new geographic charts. I will input this data into my planetary database and name it the Sphere Chart. Press plus to contact me, and go to the exploration kit on the radar screen by pressing left. Now that we have this new data, we should be able to explore the decoded territory tomorrow. And that sound indicates that we're all good. Oh, yep, there it is, Sphere Chart, right there at the bottom. My poor large boys. They're just lagging behind. But I mean, if you look at these levels, I mean, I love the way they look though. Especially when you get these brief instances of like a unique terrain and stuff, which hopefully is what 4 is primarily made out of. But we'll have to see. But for now, this is it. And yes, the ship just has to interrupt and tell you about every little thing that's going on. Astounding! Water is shooting out of the skies. No kidding. You don't say. That's real interesting, bud. Guys are with incredible force. Sensors indicate that it has enough power to launch you into the air. Approach it and press A to try. Then we got a little victory theme. The cave complete. We got a rundown of the treasure. 22 bucks off of corpses. If that ain't... if that ain't environmentally sound, I don't know what is. 22 bucks off of killing the local wildlife and taking their corpses off to sell their pelts? Oof. We are the good guys. Game actually notifies us, though, that we got all the parts, which is great. All the parts, all the treasure, rather, which is good. Ba-da-bum-bum. Sup, dude? Oh, this is a nice little song. You have successfully returned to the planet's surface. Excellent decision-making, gentlemen. We must celebrate your first successful spelunking expedition. You've gathered a large amount of data that needs in-depth analysis. I shall send a report back to the President tonight, detailing your progress. Yes? Olimar and Louis, since you will explore a new area tomorrow, today's work is done. What? You still want to work? Unacceptable. You may not realize it, but you are exhausted. Please stop playing the game and make sure to take a 5-minute rest. You tell me what to do, game devs? One more time. Tell me about my business one more time. You should take a much-needed rest, as you have all the time you need to collect treasure. Right. Even though apparently we're in crippling debt that needs to be taken care of immediately, take all the time you need, I guess? All the time you need to collect treasure. Haste makes waste, so take it slow and steady. Basically the game telling you that you can chill out, it's fine. Oh, and then they make you end of the day, even though I wanted to go get more Pikmin. Because not only did we lose Pikmin fighting the Bulborb, oh, and if you look, the purple Pikmin don't have an onion, so they gotta go into the ship. That guy's sleeping with... Wait, why is he asleep? Why are his eyes open? The crud? Gonna have some new interesting things to read. How many did we lose? We lost... Okay. We lost 8 in that battle. Which is much more forgiving than... Ugh, that still hurts though. Sad. Oh well. Baby steps first, Olimar. Plan well and don't worry about me. Our debt with Happy Hocotate Savings and Loan, after all. Besides, there's nothing left to repossess, so ha! Oh, we can actually go back and read other past things too, which is cool. Our debt is with Happy Hocotate Savings and Loan. Great, that's awesome, dude. I'm glad that we have all the time in the world to recover from our crippling debt. Oh, the music. A unique little jingle just for unlocking a new area. I'm gonna keep freaking gushing about the... I'm just gonna keep gushing about the music. You're just gonna have to let me do my thing, okay? Okay, well with that, I think the last thing we're gonna do is read some stuff. And then we might just call it. Nah, we gotta go to the Garden Hope at least once. Red Bulborb. Yeah. Red Bulborb, Oculus Kageyami rossus. Grub dog family. This large organism has the familiar mandibles and cranial morphology of the grub dog family, as well as the characteristic bulging eyes. As with most grub dogs, the creature's cranium comprises half of its total length and girth. Showing a scarlet abdomen with white spots, this creature is primarily nocturnal, choosing to prey upon smaller creatures, returning to their nests. Originally classified as the spotty bulborb, further research has reclassified the species as the red bulborb. Subspecies of varied colors have recently been discovered, but academics are divided into two rival camps over how to handle the classification. Wow, whatever reports you made about everything here must have gotten back home and took off like wildfire, Alamo, because I don't know how anybody else would be researching any of this stuff, or who would be debating about these details. So this specifically grub dog, it's weird, he even said that they used to be originally classified as the spotty bulborb in the first game, maybe? Interesting. Snow bulborb, Pancerus pseudoculi fusticus. I'm not gonna read the freaking weird Latin. Breadbug family. Like the dwarf red bulborb, the snow bulborb is a member of the breadbug family that seeks to survive through imitating the appearance and behavior of a bulborb. Its pale coloration and blue spots make for easy identification. In particular, this organism mimics the hairy bulborb, but it is, of course, unable to grow the hair that gives the hairy bulborb its name. However, as the hairy bulborb has been known to lose its hair in certain circumstances, the snow bulborb is an effective mimic that is often mistaken for a member of the same species. Gotcha. Look, they even just the plants, even the actual plants, not the pellet posy, which has a mechanical function, just the plants that you stumble upon around the maps and stuff, it's all there. Candy Pop family. Research from our most recent expedition has confirmed the presence of candy pop buds in subterranean regions. Considering the microecologies this plant has been found in, one could surmise that it could be found in any cavern regardless of geographic region. Tossing Pikmin into the flower results in the release of purple Pikmin seeds, regardless of the color of the Pikmin tossed in. This variety of candy pop contains robustly odoriferous oils. If candy pop flowers could be cultivated, there is no doubt that the plants would offer multifaceted benefits to the cosmetic, medicinal, and tourist industries. Oh, what are you thinking about how we can turn it into money? What have they done to you, Olimar? It used to be about living. It used to be about what you had to do to make it back home. And now you're like, I'm gonna grind the bones of every living thing down in this world to make freaking toothpaste out of it. Just a clover? Clover family. This is a naturalized species. These plants are extremely persistent, and with the assistance of the symbiotic fungus that grows in its roots, the species is able to survive even in drought conditions. Symbiotic fungus in the roots? Weird. Typically, its leaves come in groupings of 3, but intense impact of the leafing stem early in the development cycle can result in an extremely rare 4-leaf cluster. Right, of course. This fruit was dug up from the floor of an icy cavern. It appears that the fruit's thick skin protected it from the frigid cold. It's quite remarkable. The shape of the fruit eerily resembles the president's head. P.S. The labyrinthine underground entrails of this planet are like a completely different world. Yeah, I like how with the treasures he adds extra, there are extra notes regarding the day you got them, what you were doing when you got them, and things like that sometimes. It's basically the equivalent of what Alamo's personal journal would be. The area we recently touched down in is blanketed with a fresh layer of frozen precipitation. As tranquil and relaxing as it is, I named it the Valley of Repose. Using Pikmin to move obstacles, I was able to open up some new areas to exploration, where I found this hunk of metal. I often brag about my inexhaustible supply of self-control, but when I peer at this treasure, I can't help but want to take a drink. 7-Up, baby. 7-Up's pretty good. I used to drink 7-Up a lot more than I do now, but the purple Pikmin was somehow able to carry this massive treasure. Today, we measured their physical strength using the ship's onboard beefometer. Oh man, I would not want to use that. I would get awful results. It seems that they have 10 times the weight and physical power of any other Pikmin. When I throw them, they land with a resounding thud. I've decided to commemorate the cave I first encountered them in by naming it Emergence Cave. Interesting. Emergence Cave, that makes sense. Even though you named it before, but whatever. Alright, and with that, should we go one more day? One more day perusing around the neighborhood? Sure, why not? I don't feel like we did too much this time yet. What? Oh. And now we go to the Awakening World. Oh, I already see a blue onion over there. Unique song for entering a new area, too. Don't worry, gang. We will eventually make it to a point where the ship will not interrupt us while we're trying to play the game. I promise. Interesting thing to note now. People have made comparisons between the maps in Pikmin 1 and the maps in this game, and you can actually see a lot of carryover. That seems to imply that a lot of these areas are like either different locations and either nearby, or slightly different like versions of the maps from the first game, in a way that makes it seem like they're like the landscape sort of changed a bit, or that you're in a slightly different part of the map of the locations from the first game in this game. But yeah, like the Awakening Wood, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be either attached or it's supposed to be a like somewhat terraformed version of the Awakening the Awakening Wood. I'm sorry, the Awakening Wood is a terraformed or expanded version of like what the Garden of Hope? Forest of Hope in Pikmin 1 was. There's a lot of carryover. I'm pretty sure the Valley of Repose is supposed to be what the impact site was. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on that. Eventually we'll make it to an area called the Perplexing Pool, which has a lot of similar geometry. It has like some carryover from the Distant Spring. This seems to be like an extension or like a slightly altered version of it. Basically, in the time that we were gone, things have changed, right? So there's like this weird sense of like familiarity, with like some brand new landscape going on. Good morning. It should please you to know the purple Pikmin are lodged safely in my hole. Confines of my interior seem to suit them perfectly, though they do occasionally tickle me. You can feel that? You can be tickled? Why would they add that feature? Stand in the ring of light below me and press A to call purple Pikmin out. Why would they program you to be able to get tickled? Somebody made the ship and said, I really want to be able to tickle this thing. Yeah, if all the music in the first game was very much supposed to be, oh, you can see flower petals falling from the trees above. Cherry blossom too. We're not getting there, that's for sure. Louis, has Oliver instructed you on the peculiarities of Pikmin creatures? The Pikmin form groups based on color when disbanded with C. Grabbing Pikmin with A will also cause them to group by color now. I guess they had the excuse of relaying all this information again because you have a brand new person to this with you, Louis. I like how they They have also completely glossed over the fact that Louis is in an alien world surrounded by alien creatures fighting for his life every day, which is all new to him. Not new to Olimar, all new to him though. Grabbing Pikmin with A will also cause him to group by color. Now, for the bonus lesson. First, press and hold A to pick up a Pikmin, and then you press B. While you hold A, press B to swap between different colored Pikmin. This is the first time you have heard this? Olimar, remember to properly train new employees. I don't even know. The only person I've seen speak full sentences is the president. You see these flowers right here? You need to watch out for those. Now, the sad thing about purple Pikmin, it makes sense though because they're so OP. The limitation of purple Pikmin though is that they can only be made in the flowers, underground. So if you lose them, they're gone. You're not getting them back. But they also do that, so you see them sitting on their corpses? And you see this guy? Oh, you can see actual freaking tiles, like garden tiles. I mean, this is the Awakening Wood. Thank the stars. I think they made red Pikmin able to light them up a little faster. Oh, crud. These are chrysanthelids or something like that? Whoa! Oh, they actually did drop nectar. No, gang, don't drink it. I need you all to have that, please. The Pikmin that drank the yellow nectar instantly matured into flower Pikmin. Yeah, those are new enemies, the little tiny butterfly guys. It kind of feels bad to kill them, but they drop really, really good stuff, though. So it's worth it to brush against grass every so often. Touch grass. It's good to touch grass every so often. The Pikmin that drank instantly matured into flower Pikmin. It appears to have enhanced motor skills. What a wondrous nectar. How intriguing. Like plants, Pikmin mature from leaf to bud to flower. Captain Olimar, you must share the information you have with your subordinate, Louis. Louis has the most head-empty look I've ever seen in my life, dude. Oh, I love this too. Purple Pikmin have these pinkish flower buds instead, which is lovely. Oh, I was mentioning earlier, yeah, the music in this game compared to, oh, crud. Oh, tons of nectar. That's what I'm talking about. No, that's not value. Oh, now he's gonna tell me, oh my gosh, Olimar, there's no more Pikmin coming out of the thing. Did you tell Louis about that yet? Oh, why didn't you tell Louis, Olimar? Please. I'm gonna take a swig of this freaking ginger ale. It's really intense. Premium ginger beer. 3/4 of your drink is the mixer. Mix with the best. Oh, if 3/4 of your drink is the mixer. Natural ginger. Is this supposed to be mixed with other things? No, this is just ginger ale, basically. Oh, it's pretty intense. The initial taste is really good, but then it burns because it's freaking ginger. It's not bad though. Olimar, we have a problem. The onion has ceased ejecting seeds. Is it malfunctioning? Interesting. It now seems the number of life forms within the onion has increased. Didn't you note that no more than 100 Pikmin will venture onto the planet at once? I wonder if that's like a... If that's something they do to preserve themselves, to make sure they don't go extinct? I don't know. It's also interesting, way more often in this game than Pikmin 1, we get to see like a more flat camera angle. So we can actually see way off into the distance and see the background beyond the hills and stuff, which is kind of neat. The new camera angles in 4 is going to be very interesting. I'm very curious how that's going to feel. I'm excited. I'm excited for that. I think it's kind of weird. I think it's gonna be really weird to get a lay of the land with that camera angle. But hopefully they designed the game around it. I hope they keep the real-time strategy feel in 4, because I mean, like, these games, they're very different, they're very unique, but they still are like real-time strategy games, you know? You're still like manning resources and like units to go, and like you're separating units to go do different tasks at different times and stuff, so I don't know. But I currently observe only 95 on the surface. Could there be wild Pikmin somewhere? Yeah, I can see the blue barely all the way back in the distance. Oh, more you guys. Okay, gotta pick these. What I will say is that doing the challenge mode in Pikmin 1 really got me like moving and like working on the fly with different like doing things and adjusting to situations on the fly with Pikmin easier. So I'm pretty excited to see how I fare in this game now. No, more Pikmin. Jeez, that was unlucky. A single Pikmin, leaf Pikmin, somehow got ahead of everybody else and ran over to the, Oh, hold on. Now, if you want to notice the speed disparage in this game, just look at the red Pikmin with the flowers. Look at them keep up with us completely. And look at all those guys freaking get left behind. And then if you notice, the red flower Pikmin compared to the purple flower Pikmin, the purple ones are barely running faster than the red leaf Pikmin. It's kind of crazy. There we go. Okay, we pretty much got it. Now can I pull this off from here? I certainly can. Oh, need water. A lot of different fauna around now. Flora? Flora? No, it's flora, isn't it? Oh, this is a new thing too. We already get this? I did not expect that. Start working on this thing. Louie, stay here. That's a pretty good looking strawberry for the GameCube, to be honest. Sunseed berry. I kind of wish you could read the descriptions for things. Already 10% of the depth covered. Easy game. The game is for babies. I've said it. You heard it here first, folks. Oh, there's a wisp. Doesn't look like it has honey, but it must have something. Astounding. This red berry contains the ultra-spicy essence. It does not appear to have any monetary value, but I shall research potential uses for it. Bring me another specimen. This is another new feature in this game, which they had one of in... Oh, dropped freaking nectar. If I'm not mistaken, Pikmin who are carrying the berries, these red berries, will actually, when they're done dropping them off, I'm pretty sure they run back to the plants to go get more. I could be wrong though. Captain Olimar. So that's something you have to be cautious about. Certain tasks, Pikmin will actually run back and forth with, which you kind of have to watch out for that. Captain Olimar, my research on the red berries you discovered has yielded a powerful potion. Behold the ultra spicy spray. Although it is untested, I believe it will have spectacular results. Spray it on all your Pikmin by pressing 2. Oh, that's another button. Oh, that means one's gonna be the other one. When necessary, I can produce 1 bottle of spray from 10 berries. Press plus to contact me and confirm your berry count by pressing left on the D-pad. You mean, like, if I press plus and then I press, and then I go this way? Oh yeah, there it is. Ultra spicy spray. 1, 0 out of 10 berries. Oh, nice. That's actually... I don't remember them telling you how many you needed left to get one. I also don't remember the screen though, so maybe that's a quality of life thing? I don't know. Here's what we're gonna do. Olimar, you stay with these Pikmin beating down this thing. Louie? Oh no, it looks like the Pikmin do not come back. I can call them back over here. And then I'm going to have Louie continue to have them break down these berries. This is just a repeatable task. They grow back pretty quickly. Come on, gang, you can do it. It is crazy how much health the black fences have. Jeez. Come on, gang. They actually just go right back to your nearest captain, which is cool. I'll keep Louie here for when those grow back. Let's get these last leaf Pikmin good. Here's another new enemy. One that's a little tough. Not really. Here's the thing. All enemies have the same weakness, which is purple Pikmin. The whole thing about these Pikmin, I mean, these enemies, is that you need to hit them in the face, but the face is also where they get attacked. So, actually, I don't want to keep sending purple Pikmin out to pick up enemies. Much like Reds in the first game, purple Pikmin are all about, not nearly high enough, are all about fighting stuff. So, but like even more so than red Pikmin, because red Pikmin also like are immune to fire. Oh crud. I don't know if I mentioned, but I said you gotta watch out for these things. These things give me PTSD because of this thing. Yeah, if you don't look at these close enough, sometimes they're eyeballs. And what that means is life is pain. Because now anytime you see these flowers, you're gonna be thinking in the back of your head, I wonder if that's going to sprout up and kill me and make my day bad. Oh, how many purple Pikmin would we need? Well, we would need close to 100. Oh. Biological sensors are reacting violently. The readings are ominous. A beast of unknown power lurks in these depths. A large Pikmin group would be required, or would be reassuring. My sound sensors are picking up hostile roars of many beasts. Expect dangerous encounters. Sensors are also showing extreme heat pockets. You may need flame-resistant Pikmin. But my records indicate no such data. Are my records incomplete? Flame-resistant Pikmin? No, we're good, dude. No, we got that. Oh, can't. I was wondering what that noise was. Can't do anything about that. But of course we can't yet, because if you notice, that's going to lead to a new section of the map. I love this little spot right here, though, with all these flower petals. The Hole of Beasts. Yeah, we need to get more purple Pikmin anyways, which we cannot do right now. Yeah, I love how the music changes. It changes. I'm just shocked at how much it changes, depending on what you're doing, though, you know? Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Clearly the next thing to do, because we only have 10 Pikmin. Oh, well, 10 purple Pikmin, I mean. Which means we can only... Yeah, which means that we can only, weigh this down up to an extra 100 compared to what we have. We're also capped off. You see, the game is very clever here, right? It's halting us in a very specific way. It's stopping us from progressing in very specific ways in order to introduce new things to us. We couldn't lift up the atlas without the spherical atlas without unlocking purple Pikmin first, in order to discover that they weigh 10. They can pick up 10 times as much as a normal Pikmin, so they count for 10. That they weigh more too. Right now, this bag is blocking us. It needs 200, the weight of 200 Pikmin to weigh it down. We have 10 purples. Or we have 9 purple. Did a purple die? There's no way a purple died. No, there are 9 purples with... No, okay, one's with Louis. Oh, never mind. We're good. That says with the current leader, that's how many Pikmin there are. I understand. And it tells you how many are free, too. This game gives you way more information than one, that's for sure. There's a bag that weighs 200 Pikmin. The max purple Pikmin you could have right now would be 10. We would need either 10 more Pikmin. Well, actually, no. The only way we could do it is if we got more purple Pikmin. Now, we could go back to the Valley of Repose and get more purple Pikmin that way. But since we're here right now, that makes you go to a different spot. And where the other spot is the Hole of Beasts, where presumably there will be more purple flowers to get more purple Pikmin. Probably enough to get over 20 purple Pikmin, so that we have like a little bit of a that we have some extra, you know, so that we have like a little, in case we lose a couple here and there, we have a little bit of extra wiggle room there, so we don't have to worry about it, because yeah, we can't. In my mind, I was like, oh well, if we had 10 purples, then we just need 100 other Pikmin out, right? But, oh well, we can't do that because the blues have 5 Pikmin out already. That's stopping us from having more up to 100. But that math still wouldn't check out. If we can't have 10 purple Pikmin out and then also have 100 of another kind of Pikmin to make up for the 100 that we're missing to weigh down the bag. So In fact, everything is leading you to the Hole of Beasts. Because what the Hole of Beasts is going to introduce to us is, oh, we got 3 red sprays? Yeah, that's good enough to go in. And it's also the end of the day, so multiple things are being established right here, right? 1, we can go to the cave even though it's towards the end of the day, because we will be safe in the cave. Time will stop when we're in the cave. I like to think too, maybe it's not even that time's stopping, maybe time's still going, but we're in the cave so it doesn't matter. But you know, that bag is blocking us off, so we can't progress that way. There's poison blocking us off from here, so we can't have Pikmin run in here. In fact, I'm gonna throw a Pikmin just to get this scene over. Oh. I assumed the ship would give us a scene of like, your Pikmin is in peril. Okay, whatever. Basically, they really designed this in a clever way. Everything is pushing you to have to go to the Hole of Beasts, because what the Hole of Beasts is the first real dungeon. Is the first full like average length dungeon that's going to have like tougher fights. The layouts are going to be a little bit more elaborate, and at the end of it, there's going to be a boss to fight. They also introduced, obviously, along the way to the Hole of Beasts, they introduced, oh, here are potions that you have that are going to make these dungeons a little bit easier to manage, right? So, so that's all good and dandy, but we're going to go into that place in the next episode. Are you seeing a trend here? You know, little hard to fit multiple days and an entire thing into one part. I'm trying to keep these parts a little bit shorter, you know? With the Zelda games, there was a lot of stuff to do before a substantial chunk was finished. In Pikmin games, it's kind of like, you know, a day can be a substantial chunk. A cave is a substantial chunk of the game done right then and there. There's only so many caves in the game. So, hey, we're going to handle this next time. If you like this, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified of more things in the future. Comment, like, share it with other people. If you're somebody who's like really into Pikmin, you probably know other people who are really into Pikmin stuff. You can always go share with those people if you feel like it, if you think they would enjoy this. I'm not a professional at Pikmin. I am just a substantial enjoyer of the Pikmin series. I am a Pikmin enjoyer, if you will. And hey, check out the links in the description. Me and my friend are making a game, working on that full time. That is what we do for work right now. If you support us any way you can, any and all types of support are very much thankful. Whether it's subscribing to the Patreon, whether it's supporting these videos, or whether it's even like, you know, sending those links to other people and or groups of people who might be interested in such things. I put updates to stuff that we're working on for the game all over the place. I always link my friends' devlog streams where they do coding and things, the coding side of the game, as well as some other things sometimes. And also, I will also be doing various things on this channel as well. I will be posting videos of this. I will be doing streams of Tears of the Kingdom, starting around like later in the day, whenever the streams happen, a couple times a week for sure, at least, until Tears of the Kingdom is finished, which will take forever. And yeah, that's it for now. I feel like I was running my mouth like 100 words a minute this episode. I guess it was just a lot to talk about in quick succession with each other. But yeah, until next time, don't forget to be kind, and don't be afraid to change. I'll see you next time when we tackle the Hole of Beasts. See you around.